Good day, global crypto enthusiasts. This is 88 Fantastic coming to you Tuesday, June 9th, 2019. So we're going to burn through this one real quick. We got four really crazy articles in every direction we could possibly look for in this market. Currently, we see Bitcoin sitting just under 12,400 with our market sitting at 344 billion. And let's just have a quick run through our prices here and see who's doing what over the last few days. Ethereum finally breaking through its 300 and holding, got as high as about 310 the other day. XRP just can't hold 40 cents and is getting rejected every time at 40 cents. Same with Litecoin hitting $1.20 and totally getting rejected. Bitcoin Cash stuck in no man's land. EOS stuck in no man's land. Binance Coin slowly coming back. BSV, again, for whatever reason, people likes to support this shit. It's getting some love and holding on. But other than that, we still see Tron, Cardano, and Stellar, all three of these slowly making their way out of the top 15 and being bled out. Same thing down here as we're looking also with Dash, Neo, Chainlink, IOTA, Cosmos, ETC. As the numbers are coming in, we are still starting to see a slide back here as well. So the one disgusting thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about today in the market is we see the market sitting at 344 billion. And you know what? Where's it gone? So when we were at 396, we slid back to 280, 285-ish. And where did that money go? So now let's go look into our market, or into our hours, our 24 hours, our 7 days, and our 14 days. And let's see what's going on here. So we're going to see minimal, absolutely minimal green here, and we're going to still see a lot of bloody red. And this is what still scares the crap out of me, is that when we're seeing, 40, 50 billion dollars being added into market, and other than Bitcoin, like we've talked about, nobody can trust anything in the market except for Bitcoin for whatever reason right now. Nobody's trusting anything. So what little money we do have coming in, we still see the traders and everyone setting up their bots. Like you can just see everything is red in the top 20, other than maybe Bitcoin and Chainlink. So there's our top 20 right there. And we see nothing but blood red, but yet we've had another 50 billion added into the market, and that tells me I thought we were going to have one, possibly two more crashes as we get closer to our benchmark for me, which is the middle of September. I think it's going to be grosser than that now. The more that I'm watching this every single day, I am seeing constantly product being pumped up just in order to get everybody set up again. So here's us currently right now. We are expecting another massive, probably 40 to 50 billion dollar dump from now to the next week. From now until the next week. And then when we get closer to August, I think August is going to be a lot bloodier than even I had anticipated, and I think more than anybody else anticipates, because what we're seeing right now is everyone is still getting really pumped up. But again, don't forget, it's July, it's still seasonal buying, and people are still out spending money. There's nobody saving any money, and that's why we see everything stagnant, and that's why we continue to see everything also, we're seeing a lot of crap get all the money inside of it. And nothing's going into the top 10, and that's what we've been watching with these prices for here. So we'll get a live price of Bitcoin going up into the corner here, and we're going to get through some articles, because these articles are just messed up beyond all belief. So let's have a look here. You know what? While we're on this, let's have a look at Bitcoin, and we'll see where Bitcoin's going over the month. So now we see how we're seeing Bitcoin flatten out here. So now we're seeing the end of wave one is about to end. Could be later on today or possibly tomorrow. So the big dip actually might come a lot faster than we actually expect. You know what we forgot to do? Let's check our 24-hour actual trading volume. So one thing we like to check on is to see where our Tether and everything else is being traded. Oh, and there it is too. Tether, over 25 billion. So every time we've looked and we've seen Tether approach that 25 billion and higher mark, the market has gotten absolutely crushed every single time. So give it till it's only at 2:30 in the afternoon my time, maybe by midnight, but sometime tomorrow. But just a heads up on that. You got to watch out, because when Tether's volume gets that high, something bad really going to happen. All right, let's get into our articles. The first one we're at, we are sitting at ethereumworldnews.com, and this is for my neighbors down south. This is specifically for the U.S. citizens. You guys better, if you're in America, you better come down and read this, because this is right at you guys. Excuse me, just lighting up a cigarette. The article goes on to say, Microsoft, Google, and Apple to track Bitcoin and crypto owners. For me, this is disgusting. Okay, now when you look at this article, You could put into the background U.S. government IRS, and you could put in slash fucking all the guys that are backdooring all their money with Facebook as well. Because again, when you go through this article, everybody other than the IRS, everybody in this article is somebody that's attached to the Facebook LibreCoin. All right. So as confusing as the American cryptocurrency tax law might be, the Internal Revenue Service is not cutting crypto holders any slack. Besides enlisting chain analysis to track Bitcoin traders, the IRS is now casting its net even wider. The IRS is now going to use sources such as social media and open sources searches to unearth crypto trading data. The revenue arm of the U.S. government will also intercept data from electronic surveillance, interviews, and grand jury subpoenas to apprehend tax evaders. I'm just going to read this one quote here, and then you guys can come through the rest of it. You would think that these subpoenas would be served to the crypto exchanges, but the IRS plans on serving them to Apple, Google, and Microsoft in order to search through taxpayers' downloaded history to see if they've ever downloaded the cryptocurrency applications. Number one, when you read this thing, and I'm going to be gross in saying this, I'm happy I'm a Canadian citizen. I'm happy that we don't got the wicked, illegal government activity where they can search through all of your shit and ding you like that. To me, that is not privacy. This is not being a free citizen. You're being fucking held in a pig pen, and you're being fucking told what to do and where to do it, and that's exactly what's happening here. And again, you can go through all of these things. And again, what I'd like for everyone to do is when you realize all of these companies that the government's planning on attacking you citizens with, they're all part of the Facebook Libra program as well. So like I've always been saying, it's the rich getting richer. It's all of the what we used to call the big boys table. It was like in the 2008 crash when all of the big bankers held their emergency meeting on a Sunday night. Now it's becoming a regular thing with the wealthy where all these guys are getting in their backroom doors on their golf courses out at their $10,000 suppers and making deals like this in order for a handful of people to continually get rich while the rest of us get fucked. Plain and simple. Time to wake up, my American brothers and sisters. Next article, we are at thebitcoinist.com. And this is one of my favorite ones as well. We'll just go through a brief little touch on it. This is one of my favorite guys, Max Kaiser, over on YouTube. You can check him out at the RT with the Max Kaiser reports with him and Stacy. We'll just read a little bit about this for you guys. Smart money flowing into Bitcoin. And again, this is what I've always personally talked about myself with smart money. And when it comes in, who's it going to trust? And right now, again, as we've seen since basically April 3rd of this year, the only place where smart money is going is into Bitcoin. It's not going into the altcoins. It's not going into the top 10, not into the top 20, nothing. Max's tweet from this morning, new global financial crisis driving safe haven money into Bitcoin and gold. It takes 25 to 30 times greater capital flow into gold to move at 1% than Bitcoin. Bitcoin will move 25 to 30 times faster to an upside than gold as banks will start to implode. Again, that is very true as well, and the reason behind that is because gold is basically worth whatever it is, I think $7 trillion, and Bitcoin is worth whatever it is, a lot less than that. So that's why when he says that, gold will move from its whatever, 1400 to 1410, 1420, but when you see all this money, and I've talked about this before, when we start to see this money come into the market, the price of Bitcoin isn't going to go up a couple of $100 a day. We're talking thousands of dollars a day. So one morning, one night you're going to wake up, you're going to see Bitcoin is sitting at 12,400. You're going to wake up the next day and you're going to see it at like 16.5. The next day it'll be at 20. You know what I mean? It's just going to it'll go up so fast. Regular dollar cost averagers like you and me, we're not going to be able to keep up to it. So that's why I keep saying by the middle of September, everybody better be happy with what they have in their portfolio because it's going to go so fast, we're not going to be able to keep up with that. All right, let's go on to our next article. We are over at thebitcoinist.com, and this is the hack from Binance a few weeks ago. And again, if Binance if they did not have insurance for this would have been a completely different story altogether. The group that hacked cryptocurrency exchange Binance for 7,000 bitcoins in May appear to be capitalizing on BTC's bullish price move above $12,000. And what it's talking about is it's showing how the BTC is being moved all over the place, and it's also in. This one's funny. The funds were transferred from one hacker's wallet to a pair of separate addresses, and interestingly, the move coincided with Tether's recent USD printing frenzy. I'm not even going to get into that one. But anyways, that's another one to come and look at. And the article goes on to talk about, everybody should have KML and everybody should have KYC and anti-money laundering and all that. Well, in order to do that, you can't have decentralized anymore. So again, we've talked about this 1,001 times about regulation and decentralization working together hand in hand. And here you've got an article like this, which basically turns everything back into oil and water all over again. All right, so our last article today, we are over at btcmanager.com. And again, another ugly one. This is the second one we've seen in this month alone. Polish crypto exchange BitMarket suddenly pulls the plug with no explanation. According to reports from CoinDesk, Poland's second largest exchange, BitMarket, announced July the 8th that it had ceased operations due to liquidity. And here's what they posted for people. We regret to inform you that due to the loss of liquidity, BitMarket was forced to cease operations. We will inform you about further steps. So everything was looking really good on here, and it's not exactly clear what caused the loss of liquidity. A report from IQ Partners, one of the exchange's shareholders, states on July 7th, just 2 days ago, the consortium of IQ Partners SA Management received from the chairman of the board information regarding the risk of closing the crypto exchange BitMarket. The report cites the inability to settle liabilities by the exchange operator. So it's another one of those things where all of these companies they were getting set up back in the day, they're still getting set up now, and none of these people follow the basic rules of law, and all of these people are coming out and basically starting their exchanges and thinking nothing's ever going to happen. And now we see it in the United States with the IRS absolutely about to bludgeon the entire market. Again, why? It has nothing to do with the dollars. It has to do with everybody getting their little piece of the action when they seen what Facebook's about to do, and they're all trying to ride that fucking train with Facebook, and all of them American bankers and them lawyers and them government backdoor scumbags are all trying to stick it to the Americans really hard. These other companies just have never done it right, and as what we still see in today's market, it's just never going to change until people start stop supporting brand ripoff, stop supporting intellectual rights theft, stop supporting website ripoff in a market that has no rules. And that's where we still are in cryptocurrency. And we've said it again, hate to harp on it, but if you go back and look at the history of crypto, other than Bitcoin, and later on was Ethereum, Bitcoin's the only one that's been here since really the last couple of years. And as we've seen in January of 18 and January of 17, you're going to see this list all the way down, and some of these guys might not even be here next year. As you scroll down, and don't forget, we've got 2,320 cryptos. With that many, now we're going to come out and say there are at least 2,200 total pieces of shit in this market. And if it's me, you guys got to start getting your things out and start watching and really start paying attention to what's going on in the market, as now we start to see governments really wrap it up. And again, if you got something in a project that say you invested in it in late 17 or early 2018, I can almost guarantee you most of those projects are probably sitting in ranked in the 300, 400, 500, 600 range, and they're slowly fading out of existence. Again, the biggest reason for that, when you're going through, again, I still say we are still in a bear market. Personally, that's my opinion. I don't see any new money coming in, and the new money that we have gotten isn't going anywhere realistically. It's all going into, again, the ploy of the long con, where they prop everything up and they keep dumping it on people nonstop. And we're going to be stuck in this phase literally until the middle of September, when everything starts to mesh and really start to heat up. And again, we just got to hold in there for a couple of more months, people. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys. I just wanted to come and share these great articles. Again, our poor neighbors down south, I mean, that is just brutal. We see the Binance hack and people moving. We see another exchange just shutting its doors down with money stuck, with people's money in there again. And we've said it a million times, not your crypto, not your keys, not your crypto. So every time somebody's losing money because an exchange is closing, you know what? You deserve it. People have been told for 3 straight years, trade, buy, whatever you're doing, put it back into your wallet. If you're the guy that's losing money at MT Gox, if you're the guy that's losing money at Quadriga CX, if you're the guy that's losing money on the last 2 exchanges in 2 weeks to close down, I'm sorry, but you're an idiot, a moron, and you've been told for 3 fucking years, get your crypto off of these exchanges, put them into your wallet. Because once again, we don't even know what crypto exchanges will be open next year, but as long as it's in your wallet, you own it, and it's not disappearing overseas with some guy and his wife, faking deaths and closing down exchanges. So anyways, we're going to get out of here before I really start going off on some of these things. And I start choking on my own words. But anyways, again, watch for that 24-hour volume as we start to see Tether's volume spike. We start to see Bitcoin's cycle 1 wave about to end here, and we could start to see some massive spillage. So right now, again, from July the 9th probably until September long weekend, I'm expecting 3, again, not 1, but 3 total massive $40 to $50 billion slides coming up here in the next maybe 10 weeks or so. That's all I got for you guys. This is 88 Fantastic, showing you how to take a bite out of the cryptocurrency market. Take care, y'all.